Mm.
Hello and welcome to the Reality Podcast, the number one podcast in Ireland. I'm your host Abdul with my co-host today, Usman. After a very long time, we finally do podcasts together, Usman. So how you been, man? Usman, long time no see.
Yeah, I'm actually glad to team up with you on this episode of the podcast. That really great for that. Forgive me if I do sound like a broken record. I'm just having a terrible headache, so that's why I might sound
Yep.
odd compared to other episodes.
What do you have COVID?
No, it's just a bad headache. That's all it is.
Yeah, I have a headache. Yeah, Mr. Dubai, he's a headache.
Uh,
He's a headache. Yeah. But today is something
Apparently,
special, isn't it? Today's what's called awards night. Am I right? Am I correct?
yeah, of course, yeah. This is
And this
the
is the first Into Reality
the
Podcast
first ever.
awards night. Yeah, 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically,
Yeah.
in this episode, we're just gonna look at some particular awards and see who will be who will be the winners of these certain awards. We got 5 awards here tonight. We got the episode of the year. We got the topic of the year. We got the guest of the year. We got the special guest of the year, and the main event is the co-host of the year. So these were
Yeah.
all voted by the viewers through the links that have been posted on social media in the last week. I give you guys a chance to vote for your winners of these respective awards. But before we get into that, I want to look back on the year 2021. What do I think compared to what I said at the start of the year? So, first of all, Abdullahi, how has this year been for you compared to 2020?
To be honest, like this year's been good. Not gonna lie. I started this year as a fat as a fat cunt, and I ended this year as a fine specimen of a human being. Not to toot my own horn. So yeah, this year is I've changed a lot. I've grown. I think I've matured. I don't know. I don't know. This year's just been weird, isn't it? Like it's just been a weird year. Like it's like I remember this exact same time this time last year, right? And I was like, I wonder what this year's gonna bring me. And now the year's gone by, and I'm like, and I'm still what's cooking. I'm just confused how fast the year's gone. Like it's just flown by, like zoo. Like it's been fast. Well, I have to say that this year, man, I'm thankful for this year, because I've grown a bit. I've grown a bit. I've matured a bit, and I'm not fat anymore. So yeah, that's one thing I'm grateful for this year is that I lost weight. Because I was looking at my picture at the start of the year and looking at my picture now, and oh boy, man, it's been a long. It's again. It's been a long journey. What about you, Usman? What are you grateful
Well,
for about this year?
Well, first of all, I have to say you have come a long way from January to December. I actually haven't noticed any difference with you because every time I saw you this year, you just looked the same as you have been previous years. So I'm actually surprised to see that picture. That was you around the beginning of the year, or probably halfway into it.
Yeah, I was there, yeah, man. I look like the Oompa Loompa, man. Like my face was round. Like, bro, I was flipping out, man. Like I was looking at it. I was like, yo, man, I gained weight, man. I was like, it's because it was quarantine, man. Because I was in 2020. It was because of quarantine. I was just eating a lot of food. I just gained weight. I like 2021. I just like, you know what? I really don't want to be fat. Like, I really don't like this my way I look. And I decided to hit the gym. And yeah, never gonna look back in it. But yeah, that's life in it. That's how life goes. Yes, excuse me, Ron, if I'm not energetic here. I'm bare tired. I haven't slept. 'Cause today was our last class before we get a week holidays for Christmas, even though Christmas technically is past, finished. So yeah. Oh, I'm just a bit tired today. But as I say, the show must go on. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But
of
anyway,
course.
Yeah. Anyway, what are you saying, Usman? How's 2021 been for you, Usman?
So coming into 2021, all I said was for one thing, I just hoped that 2021 would be a far better year than 2020. And thank Allah that has happened. We had a bit more freedom than we did last year.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I did have my parts where it looked like I was about to crumble in my university journey, which would have been absolutely terrible for me. But thank goodness, at the moment, everything's going in motion how I planned it to be. Yeah, that's all I just wanted. And yeah, alhamdulillah, that's what I wanted.
Yeah. Your goal was to get 50 subscribers for this channel, and you hit it. My goal was 100, and we didn't hit it. We got 65. We had 66 last week. Then some random guy or girl, we don't discriminate here, just decided to click and follow us. So now we're on 60. Now, now we're on 65. Sadly, so it is what it is, man. Like that's just how life is.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about that because all I know next year it's is up. We're just going up with this channel. It's going to be
Yeah,
up.
and
So,
and we'll
so
see how
sorry
where
about
it goes in it, because at the end of the day, we're just doing it for fun in it. And if we end up hitting 100K or a million, that'd be great. If we don't, it's about the journey sometimes, And we look back,
that.
and I look back at all the controversial things I said, and I ask myself, why did I say it? In a few years' time, I'll be like, and when someone finds out and says, looks and says that's me, I'll be like, no, that's not me. That's why I don't put a profile picture on, so people don't even know it's me. Well, in real life, but yeah. Anyway,
That's that's
let's.
yeah. That's how life is. We're all human beings at the end of the day. We tend to make
True.
mistakes that we don't realize we have, and we just learn from there. I
Very much.
myself, of course, I have mentioned some things, and maybe I do regret some of them. But the most important thing for me is if I believe in what I say, I always like back it up. If it if it comes to haunt me in the future, oh, we will see. We will see.
Yeah, and we'll find out, and we'll see how it goes. That's life.
Anyway, do you have any?
Oh, hey, this is where we drum roll, please. That was cringe. Let's begin the awards. Or do you have anything else you want to say? Before we go?
Yeah, I just got one more thing to say. That is everything you do that you say is cringe. I just say it's funny because I've known in your nature. It's all cool towards me. No problem with it at all.
Sorry, what? I wasn't listening. Sorry, what you say?
Things that you things that you've done that you say were cringe. I find it funny because that's your nature. That's your nature, in my opinion. So it's not the most embarrassing thing ever because I've seen worse.
That was very pogs of you. I just want to say thank you very much. I deeply appreciate it. Now, time for me to win all the awards because obviously I got all the votes. So, What's the first award? What's the first? Let's go again. Award, and let's hear the nominations.
I guarantee you with this, there will be there will be some controversy one way or the other. One
Oh,
way or
I
the
know
other.
there's going to be controversy. I know there's going to be controversy. But anyway,
I,
what's
I mean,
the first category?
tell me
What's the
one
first
thing that doesn't
category?
have controversy. Okay,
True.
all right. So the first category is the IRP ep- episode of the year 2021. Here are
Yeah,
the nominees. Should the Junior Cert and Leaving Cert be cancelled? Episode 30. Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul. Episode 47. The Mr. Dubai Takeover. Episode 52. Things Wrong with Humans. Episode 33. And Abdullahi talked about the Holocaust. Episode 36.
Now, before you go into this, when I saw this, I was like, Wait, how did you when why out of all those specific out of all those what's going on of all of all oh sorry excuse my English, sorry, my brain's lagging. Out of all what's called the episodes we've done, why did you pick these specific episodes? Like,
I
what was
looked at
the
it
reason
on.
for you picking them?
I looked at it based on two things: the the topic that was discussed, including a bit of the engagement and the views that those videos have gotten in the last 11, 12 months. So looking into these ones, I feel like these are like very fair nominees for episode of the year. And one thing I'll add, whichever episode is the winner, the one that contributed to most to that episode will take home the award. So the first episode, that would be me. Second episode, 47, that would be you. The Mr. Dubai takeover is Mr. Dubai himself. The Things Wrong with Humans is a 50-50 between myself and you. And the Holocaust is all you.
I'm just surprised how all the episodes you choose make you pick the Holocaust. But anyway, let's see who wins. Drum roll, please. And the
And
winner
the
is.
winner and the winner for the 2021 IRP episode of the year is The Holocaust, episode
Oh,
36.
why am I not surprised? 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 I don't, you know what? I have nothing to say to you. It's like I have nothing to say about that episode. Let me think about my thought process. Right, I remembered what's going. I was talking to my friend Keelan, right? Keelan Green. We had this guy. We had him on our podcast, right? And we were talking about history, right? And for he did, I think he did his on Joseph Goebbels. No, not Joseph. Some random guy I talked to on the podcast who used to commit experiments, right? On like in the Jewish like a concentration camps, like in Auschwitz and them on. And then I was like, you know what? A lot of people, there's some Holocaust deniers out there. You know that, right? Surprisingly, yeah. Like I think Neil deGrasse Tyson was the one who he's one of them as well. So I was like, you know what? Might as well just pick up also again like pull up a Wikipedia page and just talk about the Holocaust in it. Like a lot of people think I'm an anti-Semitic because I make some weird jokes about about Jews, but I'm not really. I'm not to be honest. Like, and I just you know might as well educate people. And yeah, I at my episode one, the Holocaust one episode of the year. So congratulations to me, and
Yeah,
congratulations to to people who ever watched it, and thank you. So that's my speech. So next category, where
my
does it
honest
go? Next,
opinion, my honest opinion, out of all those episodes, yours was very highly deserved. Highly deserved. I would say
no, I
episode
don't think.
33 would have been
I,
it would have been a
I,
close it would have been a close one.
I
But
don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. That's why I just think people are just controversial and decided to pick the Holocaust. So you guys won. You know, here's a clap. Here's a clap. Here's a prize. Here's a medal. Here's your guys' medal. You picked the Holocaust. Very funny. Next joke. So next,
yeah,
let's go again. Next category.
all right then. The next award is the 2021 IRP Topic of the Year, and here are the nominees: Shady Shay's YouTube Journey, episode 50; Jimmy Mwanga's Football Career, episode 37; The Life of Mr. Dubai, episode 52; Open Mic Session bracket Connecting Real Life and Fiction Together, episode number 59; and Abdullahi's Armenia Trip, episode number 58. This is a good
Like
row of
personally,
nominees.
for me, personally, I think, uh, like if I was to make a guess, I think it's episode 58 that won. But like, if I was what's again realistic, I think the episode that should have won is I think that should have been nominated, which unfortunately didn't get nominated, is the one with Full Metal Theist, because that episode, you know, like intellectually, it was what's called again the most superior, right? And what's called again in terms of what's like gaining knowledge or in terms of productivity, I enjoyed that, like the Full Metal CS one, and sadly didn't get nominated. But I think it's what I think. But if I was to pick, if it was like pick another one, I think Shady Shay as well because he really helped us. Because was he gave us a boost as well. Because I remember that it was that same episode where we hit 50 subscribers, so he helped us a lot. But knowing people who are voting, knowing they're just going to take the piss, I think it's episode 58 that one. But I hope it's not. And anything to say, Usman?
The voting in this episode for this award, same with the first one, it's too close to call. Like it is the slightest margin that wins one of these the award. So I don't know how you're gonna feel about this one. But all I say is I just reveal what it is.
And the winner is
The winner of the 2021 IRP Topic of the Year goes to Shady Shay's YouTube journey.
wow. Yeah, that's what I said. I said that should be second, Shady Shay's YouTube channel. Because he like realistically, I remember that during that podcast, my Wi-Fi wasn't working properly because you two had your videos on, so the Wi-Fi was even worse than it should be. And I remember that day I went to my friend's Ayad's house to collect the what's cooking Ethernet cable in order what's cooking connect, but the Wi-Fi was still bad. So yeah, that's how it is, man. That's but like I appreciate Shay for coming because he had like nearly 1 million subscribers, and like what's it called again? He had no business helping us because we only have like what less than 100, but he decided to do it. And thank you, Shay, if you're watching. We appreciate it, and what's it called again? For his subscribers who came and watched our podcast, we appreciate you. And yeah, what's it called again? It was an interesting podcast, and I think you guys should check it out. And you guys should subscribe to Shady Shay and subscribe to us as well. So, oh yeah, subscribe to us and click the bell notification so you never miss another episode of the Into Reality podcast. Sure,
Yeah,
second. A shame plug there. What do you think as well? Anything to say? Anything to add?
I'm not surprised that it won the award because listening to his story even before he started doing YouTube, it was emotional. It was an emotional story. Like
Yeah.
he said, he came to England in 2009. Both his parents have passed away, which is a very
Just
tragedy.
a tragedy.
Yeah, and he was an engineer. I don't remember which one he said. I don't know if it's a normal mechanical. I don't remember, but he decided to take the risk and do YouTube full time. Which, if it worked out, then credit to him. If it didn't work out, then it would have been risky. So yeah, I would say yeah, fair play to Shady Shay. He's at 922,000 subscribers as we speak, and yeah, congratulations to him. All right, so
Next category.
heading into the next award. This is the 2021 Guest of the Year award, and here are the nominees: Mr. Dubai, Noob Master 69, Sky Slick, and Thomas Ramsey. So this
I
is
have a
just based
question.
on
Was
yeah,
what was Full Metal CS this year or last year?
it was this year.
Oh, this year. Yeah. I think he should have won it. Like I know, like I think Mr. Dubai won it, yeah. Because Mr. Dubai's been on this podcast like for a long time, yeah. And if he does win it, deservedly, he deservedly, rightly. I don't know. Why am I speaking? Why am I trying to speak? Why am I trying to be sophisticated? And like he deserved it, rightly so. But let's look again. Uh if we're talking based on what's again like productivity or based on what's again on how do I say it? Well, we gain more for a book, something like that. I think it should be. to what's called again Full Metal Theist. Because what's again, we got more than we bargained for when he came on to our podcast. Like a lot of people were praising it, which was surprising me. 'Cause that's like that's when I was like he was my first guest. He was like our first guest, and I was like I had to interview him, and it was very hard. And like obviously interviewing it's hard and you get easier obviously with practice, but we only had three guests so far, so I'm not getting enough practice yet, but I think he should do. But I think new Mr. Dubai, he deserves it as well, because Mr. Dubai's been coming out clutch. Because sometimes I remember I can't be on the podcast because either I'm busy or I'm sick, and I ring up Mr. Dubai and say, yo, can you go on the podcast? And then he'd be like, sure. Like I think it's going to be Mr. Dubai, and I think he rightly deserves it as well. What do you think, Usman? Usman? Oh my days, he's gone. Now, now this is the part. If Mr. Dubai was here, then he'd be talking. But sadly, Mr. Dubai is not
My
here,
bad.
and it's just me.
My bad. My
Oh, sorry,
bad.
you're back. You're back now.
I'm
It's
back
you. It's
here.
you.
Someone important came into my room.
Uh,
Yeah, so I just had to do it. Now, before I get into the winner of this, I am going to mention that being a guest and a special guest are two different categories. Because the guest will come in, give this, give a slice of the pie, and then that's it. Special guest, that whole episode is based on them. So that's why you don't
oh,
see Full Metal Thesis in the nominees. And also, these are all guests that have appeared this year. Most of them are just one off, but Mr.
one of
Dubai
my
has been here
6ix9ine.
time and time and time again. And I will be shocked if it ain't him. Be shocked if it ain't him.
So,
So
drum roll, please.
the winner of the 2021 IRP Guest of the Year goes to Mr. Dubai.
Well, why am I not surprised? He's probably out there milking his camels, bro. Whoa, what a weirdo! But congratulations to you, Mr. Dubai. I'm gonna see you next week. Hopefully, when we do that, let's go in the second part of the BoJack Horseman for when they finish season 1 of the reviews. BoJack Horseman next week. So yeah, have fun and let's go again. Congratulations and thanks for let's go again coming off clutch when we needed you. Yeah.
When it comes to guests, like it's no question at all. No question about it. Like he's actually been the most entertaining guest that we've had on the podcast. I even go on to say that the guests that came before him, which is last year, don't compete with it. And that's not me being disrespectful or whatnot. But
Mm-hmm.
he's just by far entertaining, funny, and someone I would never say no to have onto the podcast. So yes, huge congratulations to Mr. Dubai. And who knows if we do, he might be a nominee again and win it again. But I won't be surprised. Moving on to the IRP Special Guest of the Year 2021 award, and here are
Or,
the nominees:
or special guest.
Full Metal Thesis, Jimmy Mwanga, and Sherry Sherry. Now, I just need to say this: when I was writing down the nominees for this award, instead of Full Metal Thesis, I accidentally wrote Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, a lot of people ask me that. Why was it Full Metal Alchemist? Who's Full Metal Alchemist? It's how it was the anime. Because you know it's based off an anime. Like I don't think no, his name is not no. You said he watched Full Metal Alchemist, but he didn't name it. I don't know. I can't. Oh yeah, he named it after Full Metal Alchemist because it said Full Metal Alchemist, but Full Metal Theist. Which is surprising because in Full Metal Alchemist, he's not made out of. Well, his brother. Spoiler alert. His brother, what's fucking Alfred, is made out of full metal, but what's fucking is fucking. No, sorry, his brother. No, his name is Alfred. Edward. Sorry, Alphonse is made out of, is completely metal, while Edward isn't. But once again, they confuse Edward for Alphonse. If you get what I'm saying. So people think Alphonse is Edward. In reality, it's not. That's why he's called Full Metal. Even though Edward has a metal hand and leg. But yeah. But like I said, I already said my 2 cents. I think it should be Full Metal Theist, but I think it'll be what's again it'd be it'll be like a two-way race between Full Metal Theist and Shady Shay, and maybe Shady Shay coming up top because of what's good because of his impact. But nonetheless, both of them, what's going on their pod, we had a great podcast, and I thank you guys for coming onto our little channel that we call Home.
Yeah, yeah. All things go to them. One of the best, especially guests we had on this year. Even though it was all three of them that were the best of them. Their episodes all surpassing 100 views respectively. Shady Shades is around 700. Full Metal is around 300, and Jimmy's is around the early 100s. All I would say
Yeah.
is this is where the controversy fully kicked in.
Don't tell me it's Jimmy Wonga. Oh, so then okay, and the winner is
The winner of the 2021 IRP Special Guest of the Year goes to Jimmy Mawanga.
Mwanga. You know what? Actually, yeah. You know what? I'm not upset. He's the underdog, and everyone likes an underdog story. So congratulations, Jimmy Mwanga. Because at the end of the day, we couldn't pick between us Full Metal Theist and Shady Shay, so might as well give it to Jimmy. So congratulations, Jimmy.
Yeah,
I don't know how he
full
won it. I don't even know how he won it though. But like, congratulations though.
I mean, to be fair to him, just like just like Shay says, he had a good he had a good story given to us on the episode. Even though
Yeah,
it's not Shady Shay's level, but it's still interesting to hear what he went through. And considering I went to school with him, I was in the same class with him. I haven't actually known what he's done after secondary school before he went to the United States. So yeah, and congratulations to Jimmy Mwanga as the 2021 IRP Special Guest of the Year. Give me 1 second.
congratulations.
Now let me just sort something out here. We will get to it. Just to add something onto the scoring board.
This scoreboard.
There we
Ironic.
go. Now to review on the episodes. I mean the awards given so far. The IRP episode of the year award went to Abdullahi Lawal. The IRP topic of the year award went to Shay Shay. The IRP guest of the year went to Mr. Dubai, and the IRP special guest of the year award went to Jimmy Owanga. And also so far, I'd say Mr. Dubai is the MVP of this award show because he's been nominated 3 times and won one award.
One. Yeah, Mr. Dubai MVP. He's like Itachi. What's going on? No, sorry, not Itachi. Like the Ambu, what's going on? Helping from the shadows. If you get that
Yeah.
reference, you watch more Naruto.
Hmm.
So yeah,
And
and
now
the final.
we get into the final award to be given, the main event award of the IRP award show, and that is the 2021 IRP Co-Host of the Year. And basically, the nominees are Usman and
Me,
Bello, Abdullahi Lawal, and Khalil Abubakar.
okay.
And I know
You know
Khalil's
what?
there, but to be fair, he
Mm,
just had to be on it.
yeah, like let's be realistic. Khalil's not going to win it. It's between me and you, and I know I might win it because out of all of us, I'm the most popular between me and you. But I have to say, like most people don't see what's happening behind the shadows. You just see when we just come on and do the podcast. And even if I do win, I just have to give it to you, Usman. Because also, again, if it wasn't for you, there'd be no Interality podcast. Because you're the ones who schedule the things. You're the ones who do what's called again the thumbnails, and you're the one to actually remind me to come to the podcast in it. And there's so many days where I just decide I'm just can't come because I'm too busy, and you just do a solo one, which I personally can never do. So like, even if I do win it, even if I do it by you, I'm gonna be unlike Lionel Messi when he won the Ballon d'Or. Once again, when he won the Ballon d'Or, I said he told Lewandowski that you deserve it. I'm gonna even if I do win it, I'm gonna give it to you, because once again, like you're like the foundation of this podcast, and I'm not just doing it just trying to suck you up because I'm being honest. But like, it wasn't for you, there'd be no Interrail podcast. And although I made joke that I was again that they're coming for me, because I'm the most popular out of all of us. No offense. At the end of the day, you built the foundation for it, and if there was no foundation, then we'd have no roof. So that's my 2 cents. Anything you want to add?
All I'll say is, Khalil, I apologize, but you have no chance of winning it. You left. Actually, no, you were just kicked out quite early. You might come back. You might come back. But
As a special guest.
with this award, honestly, myself, I cannot fully take the award as as mine because throughout the whole year, you are the reason why this
Like,
episode, this podcast this year has been doing well. And yes, you are far more entertaining than myself. And yes, you do bring in more views than I could. Because when it comes to my YouTube, I just can't bring in that many views that I used to like all those years ago, like when I was still
you know,
starting out. But if you're looking at the best episodes from this year, mainly it's you. You're just the one that made
no,
all of it entertaining. It's
no,
you that
no,
just brought the attention
no, the
onto
best.
it.
No, the most popular episodes, technically the top five. That's the one with the most views. It's the one with me and you, Shady Shay, me and you, Fulmer Matthias, me and you, Jimmy Mwanga, and then you and what's it again? You and your man, Thomas Ramsey, Liam said, then just me, Sky Slake, and what's it again? Me, Sky Slake, and Mr. Dubai, and New Master. Yeah, like most of them aren't. You were in it as well, so like you have to take partial credit. Yes, mate, I do attract most of the views, but you've done more episodes than me, and you're the one who does more of the work, so you deserve it. But even if I do win it, bro, I'm still giving it to you. So, the people voting. That's why democracy doesn't work all the time. But like Mr. Palpatine says, "Oh, I love democracy." So let's go again. Let's go again. Let's see who the people choose.
Even if I do win it,
Mhm.
it's still going on onto you. I can't take all the credit, to be honest. And I have not seen the results. I have not seen these, so I'm just taking these out right now.
We haven't even checked the results in it.
Just that one in particular, I have to check it.
You know what? Let's leave it at that. The coach of the year was both of us. Yeah, let's leave it at that.
Yeah, that's fair
No
enough.
need to check the results. Just me and you. Because
And now,
if
the winner of the 2021 IRP Co-Host of the Year goes to
according to votes, Khalil, that's supposed to be me
Usman
today.
A.M. Bello.
Well, you won, actually.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that I did.
Yeah, congrats, man. You deserve it, man. Like, obviously, you deserve it. Like, because if it wasn't for you, there'd be no podcast. Like this podcast wouldn't happen. So, like, congratulations, man. I'm happy for you, man. I'm still the most popular,
Thank
though. I'm still the most popular one. People still come for me, but I'm happy for you, man. Congratulations, bro. Unfortunately, my hand's busted, so I can't clap properly. So yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, like
thank
you're the one who started it. Like, remember, like you had the house. Yeah, yeah, you had the house of podcast. Yeah. You didn't invite me to that one podcast. That one failed. That one flopped badly. No offense, though.
yeah.
No offense.
I remember I just had a
You're, you're using this channel. This is the channel that used to do it, isn't it?
yeah, this is the John that used to do it.
I will now see. Now you got a new old podcast, and now you won the award. And congratulations! And to everyone who voted for Usman, once again, thank you guys for voting for the right guy.
Oh,
And for anyone who voted for me, thank you. I appreciate it, but I'm not the real MVP.
I've heard the I've
We
heard the
vote-
nah.
but I'm still surprised you guys voted for me for the Holocaust, though. That's just weird. Okay, I'm not that sadistic though. Trust me, I'm not that sadistic in real life. So yeah. So before we wrap it up, what do you have to say about this podcast? Like, what are your goals for 2022?
I will say the goal for 2022 for this channel is have more more special guests onto it. I wouldn't mind returning special guests because I feel like those are the most entertaining episodes of the podcast. I I predict Mr. Dubai would win the guest of the year again this
Oh
year.
yeah.
But I think the most important one, if I haven't mentioned this, is for the Reality podcast to reach 100 subscribers.
I like 400 subscribers, but I think we can aim bet high for 1,000. Because now I kind of understand we have like a trajectory for it. Because like I think like I want to do a podcast every I want to do every 2 weeks, right? But like sometimes between those 2 weeks, I want to do like a podcast with just me and Mr. Dubai where we just talk about like movies or also again film reviews, and then we just do one. And I do one with me and you where we just talk about random stuff in it, like because what's again because obviously me and you, that's why we call it Interrelevant Podcast, which is surprising because some people try to take our name. Because if you search Interrelevant, there's a podcast called it's like In Reality Podcast. There's other podcasts called Reality Podcast. And the funny thing is I'm not when I'm trying to gatekeep our name, I'm going to like unless we go until we go big, that's when we're going to trademark it, yeah. But what's called again? Funny thing is their podcasts were what's called again made before ours, and obviously they have more views than us because I don't know how, but like. And to be honest, I don't really, I'm not really, I don't really care because once again, like at the end of the day, like we're all here to have fun, and I hope they do well as well. Because if they do well, that means we do well. Because when we search Interrail podcast, then we come up. So like it's win-win for us anyway. But yeah, I think my aim for this is to reach 1,000 subscribers hopefully next year, and if we make 100,000, yeah, but hopefully 1,000. Like we tried to reach 100 this year and we failed unsurprisingly. But hopefully next year, 1,000 subscribers, and hopefully we get some more guests. The thing is, problem with guests is that you keep emailing them, and some of them never reply, and most of them just decline. Like I get what they're saying. Like I get them. We're just a small podcast, and like they don't want to give their time, but it's just a bit demoralizing. But then again, like you get others who are nice, like Shady Shay, from Metatheas, who also can give their time and effort to help us, and we're thankful for them. And yes, but hopefully next year, 1,000 subscribers, fingers crossed. And probably we can change the logo because the logo is a bit bland right now. Yeah,
Hmm,
but fingers crossed next year, 1,000 subscribers,
yeah.
and then the next year, the year after 100K, and hopefully next year I will think hopefully if I come back when we come back to Ireland, I want to do like one podcast where it's just like me and you, like we're not on this stream live, we just record it and then we just put it on and then we just put it on thing, just so our viewers can guess like a taste of what it would be like hopefully in the future when what's going when we make it. But yeah, that's my hope and dreams for this podcast. And if we don't make it, we could look back on all the memories we had, all the laughs, all the controversial moments, all the we're going on a trip in a favorite rocket ship moments as well. So yeah, that's my dream for this podcast. Like, and this is what I want. And sometimes I think this podcast is my child. That's why I neglect it so it can get bigger. Get to say that. Yeah. But anything you want to say, Usman?
Yeah, I'll just say this. If somehow this channel did get 100,000 subscribers, like just like they did with the Sidemen channel, they'll have to give us three 100,000 subscriber play buttons. One for you, one for me, and one for Khalil. Because if
Yeah,
you look at the
definitely.
Sidemen, and when the channel reached 10 million, each of them got a 10 million subscriber play button.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Hopefully, it's your podcast. and I really want to have like some guests on. Like I'm trying for this guy who watches. Like I'm not. I'm trying to get this guy who watches Dragon Ball Z to be on our podcast. Like obviously I'm not going to be on him when he does it because I'm not really into Dragon Ball Z. But like so if any of you guys what's cooking, like I say this again, but like no, I didn't know what's going to comment yet. Like if any of you guys know any like smaller YouTubers like around our time and like they're interesting, just send us an email at interreality. So send me an email at interrealitypodcast@gmail.com. Hopefully it'll be linked in the description below. And then yeah, we'll see you guys there. But anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications buttons, and comment down below whatever you comment down below whatever you're thinking. Comment down below things, and hopefully you get to see you guys next year. Fingers crossed. And hopefully, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening, and thank you guys for what's going for everything. Your support means everything to us. Like I know sometimes we might say, I personally might say I just want to get cancelled, but realistically, I just say it as a joke. But like, hopefully one day we might have a meet and greet with all you guys. And yeah, but I wish you guys all the best of luck, and I'll see you guys next year. Take care. And anything to say, Usman?
I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has been supporting the podcast this year. Of course, there are things we have expected. Some we didn't reach. Some were just way beyond our imaginations. Uh, yeah, I've had fun. I've had fun this year. I had fun on the podcast. Even though this is like our first full year of doing the podcast, because we started this one in the summer of 2020, or probably a little bit after. So yeah, you can thank Corona for this podcast existing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I just want to say this right. What was the name again? What was I going to say? Yeah, I actually can't remember what I was going to say. Oh yeah, no, I don't know what to say to be honest. I can't remember it. Oh yeah, I know. I can't remember what to say, man. I really can't, man. I'm just my head's going blank because I'm sleep deprived. That's why I'm so tired today. That's why if anyone can recognize my. Oh, I can't, man. I even slurring my words anyway. But I just want to say a big thank you guys for everyone who's helped us out, and yeah, a special shout out to Mr. Dubai, Sky Slick, New Master 69, Thomas Ramsey, Khalil. Even though we kicked him out, a big shout out to you. Again, Shady Shay, Palmetto Theus, Jim Manga, and a big shout out to Usman, which for if it wasn't for him, then we would have no podcast. Thank you, Usman, and hopefully
It's a pleasure.
more years. It's a pleasure being your co-host. Hopefully, more years to come. Interrelated podcast now on 65 subscribers. Take good night, ladies and gentlemen. And remember one thing, yeah. Let's go again. Let's go again. Oh, follow your dreams, no matter how big they are. Because what's going when you're laying your deathbed, you don't want no regret. And that was just a quote I ripped off from a book.